Hi everybody, hello Susan. It's Nicolas King and Mike Renzi, and we are so happy to be with you this fine day in springtime. It feels so nice to be together and have some positivity in the air, and in fact all that positivity makes me want to sing. Yes I can, suddenly yes I can. Gee, I'm afraid to go on, it's turn to do, yes I can. Take a look, what do you see? 100 and something pounds of confidence in me. Are you ready? I can do anything, yes I can. Something that sinks in my blood is telling me, yes I can. I have just found the key, hey door, swing wide for me, yes I can. Yes I can, suddenly yes I can. Gee boss, I just ain't sure it's turn to do, yes I can. Wind me up and watch me fly, a regular sort of shorter Superman. I got the feeling I can climb Everest, yes I can. I can perform here all day and never rest, yes I can. I have just found the key, hey door, swing wide for me, yes I can. And I'm ready, I can see it shining somewhere, bright like somewhere, invite me to come there and learn. And I'm ready, I can hear it, sirens singing. Inside my head I hear them all singing, come learn. Who knows, maybe all the visions that I see may be waiting just for me to say, take me there and make me feel it, make me see it. I know it's so, I know that it really can be. Bad times are past now, at long last I can see, oh I can see, oh I can do anything, wait and see. As long as I know I have you to count upon, I'm home free. I have just found the key, and a sweet wine for me. I was just born today, I can go all the way, yes I can. Yes I can, and yes we can. This is Mike Renzi, my dear friend and musical director for a long time. We've been working together since, a long time. I can't do math. I can't do math anymore. But we are so excited to be with all of you today. Thank you so much, Susan, for asking us. We had a ball with you a couple years ago. Actually, I had a ball. Mike wasn't with me. We couldn't get Mike because he was a little busy when I was there the last time. He was on the road with two up-and-comers that we're really hoping their career will strike good one day. Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett.
Yes, they did well.
They did well. They did a decent job.
They did well.
But Mike was on tour with them at the time, so I wasn't able to have him. But I'm so thrilled that he's with me today, that we could put on a nice show for you. This show tonight for you, ladies and gentlemen, is called Hindsight is 2020. And we put the show together a couple of months ago. We debuted it down in Florida. And the whole show is basically a look back at the last year that we've all survived through. And we don't discuss the events. We don't discuss what happened. We all know it. We all lived it. We don't even need to go there. But what we're always more interested in is, how did people react when we went through all the changes that we were forced to make? You know, no one asked us permission. The world just changed, and we had to just adapt. And I don't know about all of you, but for me, the first couple of months was like a snow day. Like you guys, we have snow. You remember snow days when we were little? When we would stay home from school, like you're in your pajamas all the time, and you can watch movies, and you're baking, and you're doing all sorts of fun stuff. You know, and then the summer hit, and we went, okay, can we go back to life now? But for those first couple of months, I felt like a total kid again. And actually, I kind of echoed these words that I heard once from a little boy named Peter Pan, who said, I won't grow up. I don't want to go to school just to learn to be a puppet and recite some silly rule. 'Cause if growing up means I must prepare to shoulder burdens with the worry there, I'll never grow up, never grow up, never gonna grow up. So there, no, never gonna get me down, it won't. I'd like to see somebody try and make me, anyone who wants to try and make me into a grumpy man. Catch me if you can. I won't grow up. I don't want to wear a tie or a serious expression in the middle of July. 'Cause if growing up means that it would be beneath my dignity to climb that tree, I'll never grow up, never grow up, never gonna grow up. Not me, not I. You'll see, because I've got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown. I had strings, but now I'm free. There are no strings on me. I've got no strings and I'm so glad. No strings at all to make me sad. How I love my liberty. There are no strings on me. Hi ho, the mega go. I'm as happy as can be. You see, I want this world to know nothing ever worries me. I've got no strings and I have fun. Oh yeah, I'm not tied down to anyone. How I love my liberty. There are no strings on me. Now tell me, why does the sweet little hummingbird sing? What puts a zing in a butterfly's wing? What's the reason for the smile on a troubadour? Tell me, why does the breeze have a barrel of fun? Even the bee who's a son of a gun. It's all because they're free and stringless, the same as me. Oh, I've got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown. I had strings, but now I'm free. There are no strings on me. Away we go. I'm as happy as can be. You see, I want this world to know nothing ever worries me. No, I won't grow up. I'm enjoying quarantine. You know, pants are long forgotten, if you know just what I mean. I never even frown a day. If someone tries to make me, I'll just run away. I'll never grow up, never gonna grow up. 'Cause there ain't ever, never, no strings on me. Yeah, no strings attached. That's how we felt. Didn't you feel that way?
Yes.
It felt like all of our obligations were just out the window, and it felt kind of nice to have free time. And as you saw in that little clip that Susan played for you, I haven't had free time since I was about 3. So for those first couple of months, I really enjoyed it. And, you know, we're not going to get heavy today. We're only going to focus on the positive things because, you know, we all faced challenges last year. Some of us lost some loved ones. Some of us were withheld from our loved ones because of certain, you know, mandates and rules. We couldn't maybe distance and states and travel, and we couldn't be with the ones that we loved. And I know a lot of, you know, myself speaking, it was very difficult to not be with certain ones that we wanted to be with. But we all had to find a way to adapt, and we all had to find a way to change, you know, and also had to find something to look at positively, you know, find a way to wake up in the morning and a reason to put pants on, you know what I'm saying? And I actually, at the spring of last year, I got a little, you know, I wanted to do something interesting. So I took a piece of paper, and at the end of every week, I wrote down something really great that happened to me. And I put it in a little box, and I threw the box, so I called it my box of blessings. And I put it away. And at the end of the year, I opened up the box, and I read back everything that I did. And it could have been anything like, went on a road trip, caught up with an old friend I hadn't talked to in a while, learned how to work Zoom, did this, did that, little things, went on a hike, whatever my little highlights were of the week. And I was just amazed at all the beautiful and positive things that I was able to accomplish. We think about 2020 as being the year that took away a lot from us, but I was reminded because of that little box of all the things that the year gave to me. And I'm very grateful. And I heard it put into a wonderful song by James Taylor. And this is beautiful. This is exactly how I feel about it. This is what I learned after opening up my box of blessings. I learned the secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Any fool can do it. There ain't nothing to it. Nobody knows how we got to the top of this hill. But since we're on our way down, we might as well enjoy the ride. Now, the thing about time is that time isn't really real. In fact, it's just your point of view. How does it feel for you? Einstein said he could never understand it all. Judging by the smile on your face, planet spinning on through space is just a lovely ride. It's a little lovely ride. See me sliding down, gliding down. Try not to try so hard. It's such a lovely ride. It's a little lovely ride. See me sliding down, see me gliding down. Judging by the smile on your face, time traveling through space. I said, welcome to the human race. It's such a lovely ride. Come on, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Mornings are melody, the sound is a symphony of joy. In fact, spring is here, new life walking everywhere, people talking joy. Oh, the wonder of just a flashing chance, the rhythm of making love a dance. Stop now and listen to the sounds of life. Can you feel the joy? I feel it. Mornings are melody, the sound is a symphony of joy. Hearts open, flowers bloom, and things move on very soon with joy. Oh, longing to curious a glance, the rhythm of making love a dance. Beautiful things go by and circle on back. I'm feeling the joy. And with a little taste of this delight, you move on smooth as liquid light. And through the certain glance your body shares this sweet fragrance everywhere. Mornings are melody, the sound is a symphony of joy. Spring is here, new life walking everywhere, people talking joy. A longing to curious a glance, the rhythm of making love a dance. Stop now and listen to the sounds of life and feel the joy. Now the secret of love is in opening up your heart. It's okay to feel afraid, but don't let that stand in your way, because everyone knows that love is the only road. Judging by the smile on your face, planet orbit spinning all through space. We say welcome to the human race. Come feel the joy. I feel the joy. Mornings are melody. The secret of life can be. Mornings are melody. Spread a little joy with me. Now the secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Is it ever? Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Isn't that a beautiful little medley? The first song, of course, Secret of Life by James Taylor. And the second song was written by a friend of ours called Jerry Nywood, a fabulous horn player who wrote that. Lena Horne recorded it, actually. And that's where I learned the song, because Mike was on that record with Lena. He did many records with Lena, but that one in particular was one that I loved. Because, folks, it is true. In times of, well, I've never lived through a pandemic before. Maybe some of you have. But in times of great distress, comes great possibilities. And with change, and things are changing, do you feel it? I feel it. I feel it in the air. I feel this tangible joy that everyone's sort of feeling now, this opportunity to smile again and to sort of breathe a little freer. And in a year that saw more attacks on racism and violent attacks on humanity, and in this era of social media and fake news, we've lived through a lot, and we have to be very careful with the change that we have now, with the things at our disposal, that the words that we choose to use are chosen wisely. Because the words that we use not only affect us and our neighbors and our friends and our families, but they specifically affect our children. Our children see everything that we post, they hear everything that we say, and in the age of tweets, it can be quite scary. So each and every one of us have that responsibility to choose our words wisely. How do you say to your child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How can you say it'll all be all right when you know that it mightn't be true? What do you do? Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free. Oh, careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last past what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell, that is the spell. Children will listen. Children will listen. How do you say to your child who's in flight, don't slip away and I won't hold so tight? What can you say that no matter how slight won't be misunderstood? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your mother and father once said, which were left to them too. Careful what you do. children will listen. Careful you do it too, children will see and learn. Guide them and step away, children will listen. Tamper with what is true, and children will turn. If just to be free, careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Children will listen. Children will listen. Yeah, isn't that a gorgeous song? From Stephen Sondheim, ladies and gentlemen, from his wonderful show Into the Woods, and I love that show. We love Stephen Sondheim, and I thought he put it quite well. Well, I think that's sort of what all of us have been looking for during this, as my friend Norm Lewis calls it, the pandemic, a pandemic, and that's what we're all in, this pandemic. Indeed. And we all are looking for a sort of a philosophy, you know, to sort of help us get through the end of the day. And I found a wonderful philosophy that was sitting in front of my nose the whole time. It's a song that I've done with Mike many, many times, a song that Mike arranged with another gentleman that he worked with for many years named Mel Torme, who I'm absolutely nuts about. And they put this arrangement together of this song that comes from a Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers movie from 1936 called Swing Time. Now, I love the message behind this song because that's what we all have to do, right? Is find a message. See, Fred is a down-on-his-luck gambler, right? He's lost all his money, and he finds this cute girl, played by Ginger Rogers, who's a dance instructor. Perfect. See, here's what he's going to do to get good with her, right? He's going to enroll in dance lessons. He's going to dance terribly. She's going to take pity on him, take him on as a private pupil, and then he'll dance his way into her heart, and they'll live happily ever after. Right? Wrong. She wants nothing to do with it. So he shows her how terribly he can dance. He fakes it, and he's sitting on the ground. He looks up at her and he says, "Hey teacher, teach me something. Nice teacher, teach me something. I'm as awkward as a camel." And that's not the worst, you see. My 2 feet haven't met yet, so I'll be teacher's pet yet, 'cause I'm gonna learn to dance her birth. So Ginger sings, "Nothing's impossible, I have found, for when my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. But don't lose your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for a pleasant trip. Take a deep breath, dust yourself off, start all over again. Work like soul inspired till the battle of the day is won. You may be sick and tired, but you'll be a man, my son. Will you remember the famous man who had to fall to rise again? Just take a deep breath, pick yourself up. Take a deep breath, pick yourself up, and start all over again." So Fred sings, "I'll get some self-assurance if your endurance is great. I will learn in easy stages if you're courageous and wait. To get the strength I want to, I must hold on to your hand. Maybe by the time I'm 50, I'll get up and do a nifty Mike Renzi at the piano, folks. As Mel Torme said, nobody better." Take a listen. Wait a minute, that sounds suspiciously like Johann Sebastian Bach. How I love Johann Sebastian Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach. Let's do a little more of J.S. Bach. Shabba-dum, shabba-dum, shabba-dum-a-dum-a-dum. Shing-a-ding-dum-a-dum-ding-dum-a-dum-a-dum-a-dum. Shing-a-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Shabba-dum, diddle-ding-dum-a-dum-bing-bum-a-dum-a-dum-a-dum. Shabba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Shabba-dum-a-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-ba-dum-a-dum-bum-bum. Shing-a-dum-a-dum-bee-dum. Be-dum-bo-ba-de-ba-do-de-de-da-do-de-de. more time for J.S. Bond. Work like soul inspired to the bottom of the day is one. You may be sick and tired, but you be a man, my son. Will you remember the famous man had to fall to rise again? Just take a deep breath, dust yourself off, take a deep breath. Come on and be yourself a man. Start all over, start all over, start all over. Yeah. For those of you that may not be familiar with the recording, that was Mel Torme's scat solo, and Mike encouraged me to learn it one time, and I did, and that's been in our show ever since. Anyway, folks, pick yourself up. That's one of the mottos, folks, that we've had, and we've all survived. We've survived and thrived, as I like to say. And, one of the things that has helped me to thrive has been my friends. And even though we are not together in person a lot of the times, we do it over Zoom now or through things, it is nice to know that we've got each other's backs. And even though we can't always see each other, we're there, right? Like, what do they say? Friends are like stars. Even though you don't always see them, you know that they're there. So, from that point of view, we'd like to leave you with this note, something that's helped me get through it, and I hope that I've become your new friend, folks. When you're down and troubled, and you need some loving care, and nothing to do, and nothing is going right. Oh yeah. Here's what you gotta do. Just close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. Alright, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, yes, to see you again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've gotta do is come, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. Grows dark and full of cloud, and that old north wind begins to blow. Alright, just raise your eyes above you and call my name out loud, and soon I'm gonna come on in again at your door. All you've gotta do is come, and I'll search you, and they'll take your soul if you let them. But don't you let them. Don't you let them. Just call out my name. I want to hear you sing from out there. And you know, wherever I am, I'll come running. I can't hear you, Susan. Come on, let me hear you. To see you again and again and again. To spring, summer, fall. All you've got to do is come, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. I'm gonna be there. Yes, I will. You know I'm gonna be right there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend, oh, right now. You've got a friend, oh. Can't you see you got a friend? You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. I got a friend in you. You got a friend in Mike. We got a friend in Susan. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me, yeah. Whoa. You've got a friend. We hope you know you've got friends in Mike Renzi and Nicolas King. We very much appreciate your support of the live arts. Please continue to do so. And we hope that next year or sooner than later, we'll be able to perform for you in person.
In person.
Thank you, Susan, for your support. Thank you, all of you, you wonderful patrons and fabulous people, for supporting this beautiful festival. Continue to stay healthy, stay smart, stay kind, stay loving, and stay healthy, most importantly, folks. And we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.